guys, and welcome back to Soundcheck with Soph, episode 4. And today I am spilling the tea with Bittersweet.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to have you guys on.
Good to be here.
So I am joined with Eve, Rab, and Sam.
Hey.
Yeah, so thank you guys again for coming on. It's a pleasure having you here.
Good to be here.
Yeah, so we are also, guys, we are missing Angus. He is also part of the band, but he will be on the next episode actually, so keep tuned for that.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it's a surprise though, it's a surprise. So guys, how did the band sort of start up? Like when did you guys meet? Like how did it come together?
We met we go way back, silly way back, from like seeing each other in other bands and stuff, and like knowing each other, and it was always like oh, we need to get a jam together, get something started up kind of thing. So in lockdown we just started writing songs, and yeah,
I think we met when we were like 15, 16.
yeah,
A long time ago, but we started playing together in my house, my parents' house in lockdown. And then we added Angus first. He's our bassist now, but we had him on. No, sorry, he's our drummer now. Apologies. We added him on bass first, and then when I met Rab, he came in as our bassist.
Yeah, it was
Angus.
Sam that came to me. He was like, "Yo, we're starting a band. We need a bass player."
I met you at my Halloween party years ago because you were working with Sam, and Sam brought him. And then you were like,
I was like,
I could do this as a bassist. So then that's how got together.
That's how it started, and now you have just been like stuck ever since.
I wouldn't say it's
stuck.
yeah, it does feel that way sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. So you guys were saying you were writing music together. So then you worked on your own, and then you kind of just joined, and then do you all kind of write the music like? Or
No, it's mostly. Yeah. we put like the finer details on it, but she comes together with like just the song essentially, and she's like, yeah, this is how I want it to go. Strum out a few chords, sing the song, and then we're just like, okay, we'll just add this.
And it can sometimes like totally change from the song that I brought, but it usually starts with like something that I brought to the band, and it's dead simple, like just guitar and singing. And then I think at the start I was maybe a little more of like a stickler for my idea of how I wanted it to go, but then now you kind of like develop a style as a band together.
Yeah.
So now it's like it's less of here's how I want it to sound, and it's more like here's an idea, and then we just run with it.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. So like, how did you all kind of get into music then? Did you all have like different? Were your parents musical or
no?
How, yeah.
Well, I mean, a wee bit. My dad likes to listen to music, but he's not hugely musical himself. But I started when I was like 9. I broke my leg and I needed a hobby. It didn't involve going outside, so that's how I learned guitar.
Oh.
And then just took it from there.
Yeah, oh, that's interesting. It's like a blessing now, kind of that happened.
I thoroughly enjoyed the crutches. It's all fun for me. But what about yours?
I think I was quite young. I think my mum played piano or something. But it was never. Yeah, well, I think so. I'm not sure. Like, I know that when she was growing up, she played some instruments, but then, no, when I was young, I think I'd got like, one of those like shitty Argos guitars that you get that were just awful. I think I had one of those and I started playing that, and my mum was really into like 80s pop music, so I was always listening to 80s pop and kind of just developed through that, and then started playing the guitar, and then pretty much from an Argos guitar.
Yeah, my parents were both musical. Like my dad played drums in kind of pub bands and stuff like that, and my mum plays in a Glasgow funk band to this day called the Brass Monkeys, and I just grew up listening to like funk music and that kind of style of stuff, and was always found myself like I played trumpet when I was younger, but I always found myself like guitar and music and rock and stuff like that was kind of more of my thing, my jam. Yeah.
Oh wow. So would you say like for you, Sam, like your parents were like a big inspiration, like they inspired you a lot to kind of get in?
100%. Like even though like my mum mainly plays like brass instruments, I was still always just like I want music to be like that driving thing, yeah. I don't know if I've explained that well at all, but yeah.
I think it makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So because you have a wee sister as well, don't you? And she's also like very musical. You both and you like play together and things like that as well.
She's studying to be like a music teacher, so she's like learning loads of different classroom instruments and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's sick. So, like, what would you say the sort of like style is that you guys like? Your sort of go-to style. What would you, if you had to describe it, like?
It's a good question.
It's a good mix of like a lot of different members of the band's influences at times. Like there's we've got songs that are sort of Latin and like that have
It's very odd.
it's
It's an odd mix, but it's like now we're kind of more dreamy, like sort of like
the
pop
ambient
pop
kind of-
psychedelic.
Dreamy. I like that.
Yeah.
Quite psychedelic stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Someone, when we first put out like Anywhere, which I don't actually think, I think it applies more to like our songs now, but we got a review that called it like ethereal or grungy ethereal scuzzy rock,
I love
which
that.
like that fits like our style now so much more than it fit the style of that first song.
Yeah.
So like it was a good review.
I like
So
that.
like,
That has
or
kinda
it was a nail on head review, I think.
Yeah.
Who was it that done that again?
I think that was Everyone Wants to Play the Hits.
Yeah,
by
they're
Snatchy.
sweet. That was really nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is quite cool. So would you say like yeah, it's just like it's a collective kind of, it's kind of quite collected means when it's like different, isn't it?
eclectic.
Eclectic.
Yeah.
That's quite
An
eclectic.
eclectic mix.
Yeah, eclectic. Yeah,
exactly.
sorry, I was like
Nah.
doubting myself, guys. There.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So would you say like so when was it you guys actually started like gigging? So of course you were playing together for a while and stuff like that, like jamming. So when did you actually decide like this is what we want to do? We're gonna like start gigging as a band.
Our first gig was like early 2022, and it was for a gig I had put on for a uni project, and I was kind of like
Audio.
Audio, yeah, it was kind of a bit up the arse to like get moving, because if we hadn't had a date on it, we probably would have just like jammed for a bit longer without doing something.
Yeah.
But we had this really tight deadline.
We needed a deadline.
Yeah, we still do need a deadline to do anything,
Yeah.
but it's good that we had that because it kind of like kicked us into gear. And so it was about March. I think March 2022. Something like that.
You
April.
could have said any
Early-
date there,
early,
and I would have
yeah.
agreed with you.
Yeah.
And
Sounds about right.
for those of you who don't know, Audio is a venue in Glasgow, isn't it? Yeah. So would you say like, so then since then you have just kind of been, you've did quite a lot of gigs actually as a band together since, haven't you?
Fun lots.
Yeah. So what has been like your favourite sort of one so far? Like what one like stands out?
The ones that we like need to travel are generally the most fun because
The
like
two that we've had
Yeah.
to travel.
yeah.
When you're not the driver, so
Yeah.
Sam usually
Ah,
drives.
no,
Sam
it's
usually
alright.
drives us, which is good. But I had to drive for the last one. I was like, never again.
It's because we were all at our faces and
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
getting the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
it
like,
was good.
see when like you play a gig that's like, cause I think you guys played a gig in Edinburgh.
Oh,
That was the last
that's the
one.
one I had
Yeah.
to drive to.
So you remember? You're like, I did it. So like, would you say like when you have to? So how do you get like picked, or like how do people find you for like gigs that aren't like local? I've always wondered like, do you get people just like
I guess it's like
you're too good. I don't know.
I think it's like obviously it's like your kind of your gift of social media, innit? It's like you get a whole bunch of bands that will maybe recommend you, or maybe you'll just pop up on their feed and then they'll listen to you and they're like, oh, these guys kind of fit the bill, or I don't know. I think it's just really depends on, maybe it might be somebody just usually a recommendation is probably like the way forward, I think, for a lot of our gigs.
A lot of the times we've been like booked for something, they'll say, oh, like this band sent you our way or something like that. So a lot,
Or we're like in the
recommendations.
registrar for like certain promoters, they'll just have like their kind of 6 bands that they'll go to put on for a gig, you know, if they need support or whatever.
Yeah, because they'll try and match you with
We're
bands that
getting a
you're
lot
similar to.
Sorry, we were getting a lot of broadcast gigs for a while as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
we
there must
played
have been
a lot.
someone in broadcast being like, these guys.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. Oh wait.
I was doing the sound of broadcast at the time as well.
There must have been someone there saying
Some inside.
Oh, I wonder who it could have
Guardian
been.
Angel.
Yeah, but the guy that was putting us on a lot, like I was doing a lot of the sound for broadcast gigs, and they were like, do you know any bands? And I was like, and then we played a band, and then he really liked us, and then Scott kept bringing us back. So it was quite good.
Oh, cool. Now that is interesting. And I guess you had like an in because you worked there. So that's even
Secrets
better.
of the industry.
Yeah, that was like my next question. I was gonna say. So you all are when you're not doing your music, you all have like pretty music related sort of jobs, or like do a lot of music sort of based things. So like I want to like kind of chat about that. So like you guys both work at the bungalow. So like, and there's lots of bands that come in and out of the bungalow. Would you say that like that influences you guys as a band, like sort of like seeing what comes in and out of the like, do you know what I mean? Like when you see bands, does that kind of like
It's kind of like you're like sitting in a class sometimes with like if it's a band that are tight and like have shit together and like have clearly practiced and stuff like that, you're like, oh well, they're good and they're good enough because they put in the time. Yeah, they put in the time and they're able to have a good stage presence because they've learned their parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, everything's easy and comfortable. Yeah,
it's nice to like kind of be like, and even just watching like people jump around on stage, you're like, I'm gonna do that in the next gig, you know what I mean?
Or if you find a band that's like quite similar to you guys and it's like, we could really do something like that, and you start to take inspiration. And exactly. It does help being in a venue.
But a lot of the stuff and from the bungalow is like tribute bands, so it's like
the bungalow being Paisley.
Yeah,
I think that's
the music venue that I always talk about.
We all know by now.
Stone throw away.
So Eve, when you're not like doing your music bit, so what is it you do like when you're not doing music?
So I work like full time, so a lot of my time is spent at work. I did media and comms at uni, funnily enough, the same course you did. But now I work in content design, so I spend a lot of time doing that. But I also spend loads of time at the bungalow as well. With these guys.
I got bungalow.
When I was like waiting for this new job to start, Kat, the manager at the bungalow, was really kind and let me work there for a wee bit as well. But nothing like the length of time these guys have worked there, so that was fun. But that was dead nice to like work with your friends and stuff. But that was like my new job had started pretty soon after that. So when I'm at the bungalow, it's on the other side of the bar now, which is good. So we go there for like the jam and stuff like that. So
just for a drink.
Just to hang out.
If I'm not working, I'm usually like out at a gig or at a jam.
No, that's fair. No, that's cool. So see, like working together. By the way, I want to talk. What's that like working together? What's it like working with your pals? See, I don't. What's that like?
You guys my pals?
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, like, what's that like? Like, I don't like what, Rab's like, no comment.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's nicer than going in and seeing people
you hate.
That sounds like the worst way to, I don't know.
I think we've yet to come through like an argument phase that bands tend to go through. It's like
we all get on.
We've not went through any disagreements on like where we're going musically. Yeah. Like we're all kind of on the same page.
So it doesn't make for an awkward shift if you've had a fight.
Like we're still kind of all on the same page at the moment.
At the moment.
Well, it could change, guys. It could change.
Eve might want to sell out. Sam might want to sell out.
Got me.
Oh no, it's not going to be me.
Yeah, so see like the like sort of like creative like process as like a band, like and like as you're writing and things like that, how does that kind of go? Like you were saying earlier, you kind of all like you do wee bits and you do a lot of the writing and things like that. So where do you get a lot of that inspiration for your music?
So I'll go through phases of like writing and not writing, and it's all to do with like how I listen to music. So who I'm listening to, So like for a while I'll be like just listening to new music on Spotify, like your Discover Weekly, and then add it all to like my liked songs or whatnot. And when I'm listening to new music, I'll be like really inspired, but then I'll go through a phase where I don't listen to anything new, and you're just like shuffling your liked songs or listening to like a playlist you've made. And in that phase of like my listening cycle, I won't write anything, like nothing. But then you'll get like, and you know, it comes round again and you listen to new music, and that's when I write the most. That or when I've had one drink.
You're like that.
There's something about that, like one to drink. You're like, you know, everything you write, you're like, that's fantastic, and then you listen to it the next day and you're like, that's bitch. Not great. But yeah, that's how I get inspired, like listening to just other people.
Our new song though we wrote sort of in a way all together. Yeah, like it just ended up in the practice room. I just started playing a chord progression and we were like, keep doing that. And then we all came in with like the perfect Wake Up. Our new.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
That one's pretty more like collaborative than the rest, which is nice. It's nice to have a song like that.
Yeah. Well, talking about your new music, yes.
exactly
Yeah,
what-
sounds
that's
like
the segue
sounds like
I was
I've been
all
waiting
for.
for this.
Shameless plug.
So let's like tell me all about it. So there's been lots going on recently, and I've seen lots on social media with your new EP that's gonna be coming out. So tell me all about it. Tell me, I want to know. Yeah, like just how it sort of like Rab's like I don't even know.
One's a new song, 2 are older songs. Like,
Yeah.
2 are older songs, and we've been meaning to get them recorded for ages. I think
Yeah.
we started
recording
ages.
Talk.
Yeah, we started recording Talk ages ago, but it's like one of these songs which is like really fits into like, you know, the same style as the other 2.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we're
glad
like,
we
we'll just-
waited.
Yeah, so we thought we'll just stick these 2 old ones. We'll get a new one that's just along the same lines, which happens to be Wake Up, and that's the EP. And we're like,
Yeah.
that works, because it's all like when you listen to it through, you'll be like, yeah, they all are different in their own way, but they all kind of fit the same bill.
Yeah.
And it's
There's
really
a
nice.
theme.
It's quite
There's like
yeah.
There is a theme.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really cool theme.
And it's nice having that one in the middle. It's Angel's Playground. Oh, that one's kind of older. The lyrics are really new because this is how I'll write. Like they're all.
Is it a secret?
No, there are words now, so it's fine.
Okay.
So we'll like if you're running a song and I haven't written words, I'll take someone else's words and of a song that I don't know, and then just use them like as a structure to like I'll just sing them with the intention.
Yeah, to get like a vocal melody going.
Yeah, rather than just like mumbling, and I can't come up with it like on the spot. You know, like some people are really good at that. I'm not so good at that, so I'll use someone else's words, and then I'll be like, I'll rewrite them tonight. So it got to the point where we're in the studio to record this song, and I was like, oh my god, these are not our words.
Yeah.
So I had to rewrite that on the day. So although the song's a little bit older, the words are really new.
Right.
But
A
it worked out.
plagiarized hit for so long.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And then it turned out it was like words from like My Little Pony. And I'm
What?
not kidding. I'm
Really? I
genuine.
didn't know
Like,
this.
that's the first time hearing
I'm
this.
sure you said something about a Pegasus and like. That's
Yeah,
that's all remember.
I didn't know that, and someone came to our gig and was like, "Oh, you're like I didn't know you were bronies," and I was like, "Excuse me."
What?
And then it's genuine. I'll show you the video afterwards. Yeah, because I hope no one else
No
picked it
way.
up and just kept it to themselves because I didn't know.
See, I don't know what that is.
What,
brony?
Oh, what's a brony?
Oh, yes, come on, we're
I'll
getting
leave
into
that
it
to
now.
you.
This is podcast material.
What? No, you're fine.
It's
I
like
don't-
grown
you're
ass.
fine.
It's like grown ass men
Yeah.
that like adore and worship like My Little Pony.
Oh, right.
Genuinely,
Oh, wow.
like it's a weird obsession. No disrespect if that's what you're into, but Lord have mercy, it's strange.
Like, is that an actual thing? I've never
Yeah.
heard that. Like,
There's something for everything. Yeah.
It's like see you know how you get like Comic-Con and stuff like
Yeah.
like people will go to events specifically for like My Little Pony
Yeah.
dressed as like My Little Ponies. and
I
stuff,
think
like,
it's often the same people who are at
it's
Comic-Con as well.
fast.
oh, I mean, if that's what you're into,
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
we're not here to judge.
Yeah, not my
so-
place to judge.
So anyway, back to that EP.
We're a band.
So like, how did you pick like what songs like went on it? Because you've got quite a few songs, and I'm quite sad one of them is not on it. Must admit.
What one?
Changes.
We've released
Changes.
No, but I know, but like, wait, did you?
we released that as a single.
No, you know it is.
We've
no,
got 3
no.
singles out, Sophie.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
Might not be.
Fake fan, cancel.
Part
I thought we were
timer.
friends.
Part
No,
timer.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but like, why? Wait.
Should we go?
So,
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel like we're welcome anymore.
So like, how do you pick then? So like, do you release like? Sorry guys, I don't really know how it works. So you release like a single, but then like, how do you then pick any like what goes on an EP then? Is it just that you just release it later?
So,
Like, why do you release like a single, but then you release an EP as like 3 or like a few?
well, for us,
Yeah.
it was just because when we put our first song out, we had only got one that I think was probably worth recording at that point. So it was just that we only had one.
Mm.
Now,
The catchiest one.
the catchiest one, yeah. And we went to the studio for this one, so it's kind of worthwhile to get as many in as you can. And we had 3. We've got more than 3 songs that we still haven't recorded, but these were the 3 that were the most kind of similar in style and the ones that we liked most. So that's why we put 3 in it.
Alright, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, that was
Yeah.
like a pure. I'm not musical. That was a pure.
Just trying. It's just basically just trying to get the leftover songs that we haven't released pushed out and
Yeah.
for people to hear, because like you can hear them at gigs obviously, but like we're not
Yeah.
exactly gigging over in America, so it'd be cool for them to
Yeah,
hear like the rest of
for-
our
yeah.
set essentially.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So have you got like a favourite song?
Song.
I hate to say it, but I think Angel's Playground's like up there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them all, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or the very end section of Talk, or the end section of Wake Up. They're kind of similar.
So you
I-
guys
I-
need to stay
cool.
tuned.
I,
so
I
that
like
you can
I
hear.
like them, but Changes is my favourite.
Changes is my
Yeah, that's my
favourite.
favourite.
Oh, I
That's
thought
like-
you were meaning of the EP.
Oh.
My
Just
answer's
like-
still the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like the lyrics in your songs are very catchy, and like I feel like they've like some, especially Changes. I just think when I get quite upset.
Yeah.
Oh, that
When
yeah,
it's
that's.
super emotional.
I think I was crying while I was writing that one. To be fair,
Right.
so yeah, same with Anywhere.
Yeah.
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 Do you say like it does come like it is based on like events and things like that, like of when you're writing music, like because remember I was a few episodes ago when we were talking about, I think it was with Leisureland guys, and we were saying like it's easier to write like a sad song
Mhm.
like than
Yeah.
it is like, so like how does that work like?
Well, I think if like you look at our songs and
It's because we're all depressed.
We're all sad.
they change over time. So see your most recent songs, the lyrics are not so personal, whereas like the ones before then, it was kind of like I just cracked open a diary and was like, read it. So it's kind of changed now that the lyrics are a little more like, with our styles becoming more dreamy and the words are becoming more dreamy as well. So the two more recent ones aren't kind of tearjerkers in their words, but yeah, the other ones like
I mean,
are quite
they could be
personal.
if you were to
Yeah.
interpret it that way.
Yeah, but you'd have to interpret it. Like it's not about me. Whereas the other ones, I'm kind of like,
Personal.
Yeah.
here's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And then you don't always need people to know that. So
Yeah.
then your ones aren't quite
That's
the same
fair.
as that.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, no, I get that does make sense. Sam, what about you? What's your like favorite?
Yeah, I like Wake Up a lot, just
Yeah.
because
Mm.
the way that we wrote it and the way that it kind of all came together was really nice and wholesome. And some
Yeah.
of the guitar parts are
Yeah.
my favourite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
the
of
guitar's
some of
lovely.
the
I do like it.
noodly bits
Yeah.
are really pretty.
They're quite,
Yeah.
so that's my favourite.
Cool.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
You didn't hit that pen enough before you left.
So Eve, a lot of their songs, it seems like it's quite like personal, sort of related. Would you like say that? Would you elaborate on that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are quite personal. Recently, like we were saying earlier, like they've become more metaphorical, and that is like with a huge influence from the Cocktail Twins. Like I really like how they write, and their lyrics, you have no idea what they're talking about half the time, which I love. But our older ones definitely are, and there's a song on the EP, Talk, which is an older one, and that's really personal. I think that's probably the most personal out of all of them. Well, the other ones are personal. Like we've got Changes out and Anywhere, and they're like about me, but they don't delve so deep. But I think Talk kind of does, and it's not even in like the lyrics themselves. I think it's more like the emotion that goes into it is taken a lot from like past experiences. But that is an older one, you know. It doesn't feel the same now as it did when I wrote it, which is quite a nice thing. But
Yeah.
the newer songs, they are less like taken from real life.
Yeah, I think as well, like, see when, like, I've been at your gigs and things like that, like, I feel like you're not, like, everybody can kind of, like, connect to the songs as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, how you're feeling, and I get that it's from, like, different experiences, but, like, I think everybody can sort of, like, relate to it.
Yeah.
They're very relatable songs.
Thanks.
Like, very, very relatable. Like, would you guys agree? Like,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
does you
say
feel,
so,
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to
'cause-
write about something that people can get behind, and stuff
Yeah.
that people can either like experience their own, like have their own like emotions that are connected to it. I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
kind of the same for like the EP. The EP, some of the songs, well, two of the songs aren't so much about personal things, but like even in their kind of story sense, you can still kind of interpret them to be a bit more personal as
Yeah.
well. Like, you know, with Wake Up, it's you can make that really personal if you like
Yeah,
look into it. But
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is really interesting. I think, like, Yeah, sorry, I'm just like, do you guys like write music as well, or is it just?
Yeah, we write songs, but they're never good enough.
He was like, no.
I run a tight ship.
No, we did. We had one. Sam wrote a really cool song.
Yeah.
I wrote a cool song called This Thing Called Life. I didn't really write a lot of it. A lot of it was improvised, to be fair. But like, I wrote a guitar riff. I shouted some words over top of that guitar riff, and then he
Not very
did
PG
some very
things.
cool vocals to complement that as well.
Yeah.
Which, that was a good song.
Which never ended up being kept on the set.
Yeah.
We should
I think
figure
it's,
it out.
yeah, that's totally my fault as well, because the range of vocals is
Yeah,
really
it's quite difficult.
it's hard to sing, and I've not got a high singing voice at all. So I can't really. We have done it live quite a few times, and every time I'll finish it and be like,
Yeah, the next song
Wasn't it?
is like a struggle. You're like, is my throat gonna?
yeah.
I feel that.
But it's a good song, like it's a really good song, and a lot of people like that one, like a lot of our set. So it'd be good if we could rework it or something like that, because it is a nice one.
Definitely.
I guess it's just like trial and error as well with different things.
Yeah,
isn't
a lot of it.
and see
yeah.
how it works. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
So Sam, you're in quite a few. We're in a few bands. Want to touch on that? So like, how do you juggle? Like, how do you juggle? Like, do you not like pure? I don't know. Like, do you not get mixed up?
Yeah, I'm late to a lot of things. I've turned up to like studio practices that are meant to happen the next day and stuff like
Have
that.
you?
Like, like I've been in Glasgow being like, oh right, when are we meeting the Headhunters? And like, nah, it's the next day. But yeah, I'm in 4 bands. I'm in Scunner, Frank's House, oh my goodness, Bittersweet obviously, and Conversations with Florence, which is like a uni project thing. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Don't know how you do it, man.
Uh,
2 bands is enough for me, bro.
yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, that's exciting though. When you if like it's something you love, like put all your all into it.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm never gonna get paid, but I'm gonna have a good amount of gigs under my belt.
It's the experience. It's not about the money you earn from the experience.
exposure.
Yeah.
That's it. You
I've
just
been
did
doing it for the exposure for far too long. Not.
So like the band name, where did the band name come from? Bitters.
Random name generator.
Was it actually?
That's not true.
It's not true.
It came from like within a huge pile of like absolutely stinking names that were like
Right.
shut down.
Hey, listen, I
immediately.
had a good few
What
ideas.
was-
Oh, I want to know the
I
name.
can't
Yeah.
remember. I mean, some of mine were real bad.
I'm going to scroll back on Snapchat because some,
Yeah.
Please do find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some of them are brilliant.
I liked like Jukebox, because I like names that are like a sort of play on words, like
Oh,
Bittersweet's
such a
obviously like
Oh.
Yeah.
doesn't actually mean anything.
But like there was like Lady something, like there was
Oh,
like
that one
names
was
and
good.
stuff.
I had one
That
of
was a
those
pure
like
rip-off.
youth something or other. What was
You
it?
had something about some hats or like frozen heads or something like that.
Oh
Because
no, that
there
was
was
one that
this-
we came
there
up
was
with.
this
as well.
guy.
Yeah.
There was this guy walking past Spoons, and he was like, "Oh, you have got like what was it he said?
I can't remember. It was something about having a
Something like
frozen.
chili heads."
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Yeah.
that, like, yeah, it was just some guy that just stoked out Weatherspoons and wanted
Oh
to
yeah, it's an
accost
absolute
us.
roaster.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
That was
We
good
were-
bits.
Yeah, because we all agreed we were like, that's a banger.
Yeah,
That band
there's too
name,
much
yeah.
like talking heads.
Yeah. There was a few bangers on there. Like there was a good few potential. Because I think we ended up coming down to like it was like 4 or 5 names, and then we all just cast a vote on like
Yeah.
what ones we preferred, and then it was the one with the majority one pretty
Yeah.
much.
There was one that sounded a lot like another band's name. I can't even think of it. It was that one. What were you saying? There was like women's name in there.
Oh, it was like Lady Jane or Lady.
Oh, yeah.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
Lady Jane.
Lady Jane. That's quite synonymous. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
so there's
then
lots.
so bittersweet like stuck.
Uh-huh,
And then
yeah.
Yeah.
And then now we're Bittersweet, so that's SUITE
Yeah.
if you're telling someone, so I'm not sure.
The amount of times
Specifies.
as well you will get like mail through, or like somebody puts us on a poster and it's
yeah.
like spelt bittersweet the way you've normally spell it, like sweet as in SWEET.
Yeah. Or like one word.
Yeah, or one word.
Yeah.
Nobody can ever get it right.
Nah, guys, use listening. Get it right.
Pay attention.
So, what is like the future plans for like the band?
Get famous, make money.
Get fit, yeah. Get a dollar. He was like,
So my
World
future plans are
domination.
Robert's leaving.
Yeah, I'm going in a different direction.
I don't know. That's a
yeah, like
that's
future gigs and things like that
Yeah,
coming up. Like,
Well, we've got our EP launch gig on the 8th of March. So I think that's
Mm.
the biggest thing we're gonna do just
Yeah.
now, and then we're gonna do
8th of March at the Bungalow
at the Bungalow
in
yeah.
Paisley, the music venue, the
Um,
one and only.
Be there.
Be there. Yeah.
I don't know what other plans
And
we've
then
got.
the
Used to be
6th
plans.
of April was an acoustic.
Oh,
Crowded,
yeah.
Crowded Flat.
Yeah, we're playing at the Variety Board in a stripped back set for Crowded Flats all day gig. So I'm excited about that because we do like we
Oh, not
chill
April.
sets in like in my flat and stuff, which is nice.
Wait, was that not April?
Did I say April?
What did I say?
March.
Sorry, April.
Guys,
Is
they
it
don't
April?
It's
even
April.
know.
I don't
They don't
know.
even know.
Yeah. It's April.
It's April.
6th of April.
This is because we haven't updated the calendar.
We have a
My
calendar.
ship is not so
Two
great.
calendars, bro.
So do you guys prefer like playing in? Do you have a preference to playing in Glasgow to Paisley? Did you have a preference?
Yeah, I
Were you
like playing anywhere that's not Glasgow or Paisley.
Oh,
Like,
so
when
you
we're-
want like Edinburgh? You like
see when-
being
yeah,
away?
see when we're away is so much.
It's
It's
fun.
like such a different experience because obviously everybody knows what it's like to play your hometown. And when you've played your hometown enough,
Yeah.
it's like you can kind of like people will still know who you are, but then your crowd sort of diminishes. But then if you're out somewhere else, it's like it's fresh ears listening to your music, and
Yeah,
it's
I
like
guess I would.
if these people have never heard you before or never heard your music on Spotify, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like they can give you some genuine, honest feedback as well. Like if people come
Yeah.
up to you, like if people think you're crap, they're gonna be like, "That was shit, mate."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But if you're good and they enjoyed it, they're gonna be like, "That was really good. I enjoyed it. What's the name of your band? You know, if you got social." And that's happened a few times
Yeah.
with when we were in Falkirk and in Edinburgh. So it's like it's a good opportunity to get your name out there.
Yeah, that Falkirk one, that was really really random, but it
That
was,
was
like,
weird,
great.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
It was a pizza parlor, wasn't it?
It was it was literally in like a wee pizzeria, and
yeah.
the sound was
Yeah.
fantastic. Like for
It was a
being-
total like stripped back like floor stage type show.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
It was really good.
a really small PA and
Yeah.
it was wild. It was a good show.
That's
And it
Vicar
was
Street
packed as
Social.
well. Yeah, Vicar
Yeah,
Street.
Vicar Street Social.
Shout out.
That's who organised it.
Oh, cool. But would you say though that like, you know, you'll always have a special place in your heart, like, and you're playing in your hometown. Do you know what I mean? That'll
Yeah,
always
obviously,
be,
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
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 Well, the
That
bungalow's
makes
where
sense.
it's at. Like.
Yeah.
Sound wise, at least, like,
Yeah.
just like good.
Yeah, it was good.
Thanks.
Yeah, Rabbit's also the
Thanks,
sound
Sam.
guy in the bungalow, so like, yeah. that-
One of.
One of
One
the
of.
sound people in the bungalow.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So
Sorry.
what is it like as well, like being working in the set, like as a sound like person? Like, what's it like? Like I don't know, like, cause it see like when you're in a band to then be the one behind. Is it like weird? I don't know. Is it like different like to when you're performing to
Yeah.
then like being?
Oh, if
behind
I
it?
could be the band sound engineer and play in the band, I would 100%.
Yeah,
but
would
you
you?
can't, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You
You
know,
can
I
backseat
don't
drive
know.
it from
Yeah,
I
stage.
do.
you just try to-
I'm very, very specific with like directions and like see on our tech spec as well. Like everything's like, you know, super specific and easy to understand. So I've got everything labeled, like what we need, you know, how the monitor should be sat, you know, like where everything is on stage. Like I've got it all down to a T. Like,
Sorry.
because it has to be done right, you know. But like,
So what
don't
we're
get me
saying
wrong.
is you never want to be the sound engineer for one of our gigs.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Robert's
No,
there.
no. For what it's worth, it's like we've had some really good sound engineers.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know,
Yeah.
and they've really done a really good job. Like I wouldn't have been able to do it better. They've probably done it better than I could have. You know, there's a guy that's in the little circle of engineers in Glasgow. He did our sound once, and he's like one of the top engineers for these kind of venues, and smashed it. Honestly, that was in
What's his name?
broadcast. Alex, somebody or other. I can't remember his last name. My phone's switched off, so I can't even check. But his name's Alex. He
Jamie,
does like,
pull that up.
yeah, hey Jamie, pull that up.
Sorry.
Yeah, he does like Slay and audio. I think he's like head tech and audio, maybe. Can't remember.
Oh, the guy with the long hair.
Yeah, we short guy,
Yeah.
long hair, glasses.
Oh, yeah, he was really
Oh,
nice.
he's
Yeah, I like
amazing,
him.
man.
Yeah.
We
I went
just
back in.
described the man.
No, I know who you're
Alex,
talking
I'm
about.
sorry if you ever see this, brother.
I'm hoping it's the same guy because I'm like, yeah. I
He does.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, so, 'cause
He's done it. He's done us once or twice, I'd imagine.
I went back to see like Voitures at audio, and it was he was.
Could have been.
I'm thinking of a different guy.
Are you?
I'm totally not
okay.
thinking of the same
Never
guy.
mind.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Well-
we went
Right.
off on like.
He did Scunnert sound at room 2.
Whoever you are, you're
Good
really good.
You're a gem. We
I'm
love
thinking
you.
of the
Oh, well.
bartender. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I went back and I remembered the guy. I'm thinking the bartender, not the sound tech.
Oh well.
Anyway,
Have you got
Yeah.
like a least favorite gig that you've played, or like yeah? Because we always talk about the
The
favorite
best
gigs.
and the fun times.
Yeah, like
Worst gig. Well,
Or,
like
like,
worst, as in
very-
like worst experience, or just like
yeah,
worst.
like yeah, not as you guys, but just like worst. Yeah, like what makes it a good experience? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Put you on the spot here.
Sorry, I've got a cough.
Probably just like if we played like a super dead show.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
and
if you just
people
can't hear yourself the full
Yeah.
time.
If
Like,
you've got a crappy
actually,
sound
I know
engineer.
what one. That one we did at King Tut's, and the guy called me a diva because I said I couldn't hear myself.
What
And
for
then-
with film noir?
No, it was. No, was it? It was either that one or the one we did with Ghost Baby. There played a couple of King Tut's.
Oh, maybe actually.
Oh, it was the
maybe-
Ghost
yeah,
Baby
it was
one.
Ghost
The
Baby,
guy had
yeah.
it cranked super
Oh,
super
God,
loud,
aye.
like ridiculously loud.
Oh.
And then he was obviously deaf because he couldn't. I was trying to talk to him, he couldn't hear me. And then I was like, I can't hear myself. So he,
Yeah.
and then he called me a diva. And then literally the whole, it was like an absolute shit show the whole
Yeah,
time.
and it was like so loud, and he had a dB level, and cause the front was so loud, he was like, "Oh, I can't put anything more on stage because it increase the overall dB level in the room." And I was like, "Just turn
Turn
it
it
PA down, put some more in the monitor so that we can hear ourselves play,
Yeah.
and then
Quite-
turn it."
quite
My
glad I wasn't
God.
at that gig now. That's
That was
Oh, yeah,
Bradley
it
that
was
stepped
Bradley.
in, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
That was stressful
Oh,
because we had
it was
really
Bradley.
pushed that gig as well, so it was a really huge turnout
Yeah,
from what we
yeah.
normally get. So we're like, "Hey, we're gonna like go and smash it and
Yeah.
stuff." And then I was like, honestly, on the verge of
couldn't
tears
hear
coming off the
nothing.
stage because it was so stressful.
Yeah.
It's not your fault though.
No.
And I think it's like, I know
Yeah.
it's one of those questions where it's like your least favourite, but I think there's like, I know everyone, we always talk about favourite gigs, but there is going to be things in it, there's going to be challenges
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
things like that, and I think it is all about how you handle it as a band and how you deal
Yeah, you
with
just
it.
got to
So-
push through it. Don't you?
Yeah.
Just got
Yeah,
do
you've
your
got
job.
it.
Got to the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Do your
got to
job.
put on a show.
Play your
Yeah.
play your gigs and
It was fine.
move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eve, you were in a band for a little bit to Red, and
Was.
so you travelled, you went to a festival, you played.
Yeah.
What was that about? What was that like?
So that was my friend Emily. Her band had got picked to play at this rock festival in Germany, and their singer couldn't make it, so I was the stand-in singer for a while. It was really good. It was a good experience to get to play in a new band for a while, and then get to go to Germany. We stayed in this like wee hut with another German band.
Oh, cool.
It was great. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was
Yeah.
really fun. Yeah, her band's got an EP coming out. Actually, they've got a gig tonight.
I saw that.
Which, yeah, it's sold out.
Would you say like playing a festival is something that's on the cards for you guys?
Actually,
Oh,
we
yeah,
were talking
definitely.
about getting in touch with that same festival that we
Yeah.
did. I did as part of To Red last
Well,
year.
Eden as well. Eden's a good
Um,
festival to get onto.
Yeah, we'd love to. So
Yeah.
sorry if there's any festival organisers listening.
I know that would be sick.
Let us know.
Yeah. Well, are you guys ready to spill some tea?
Let's spill that
Woohoo.
tea.
Guys, we got the teapot. Okay.
Yeah.
So honestly, thank you guys again. The questions were really good, really good questions.
Are these random questions?
Yeah, these are questions that people ask.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What, like, so people went on and asked questions? for
People
you?
sent me them.
That's mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I give you so one?
I bet you there's gonna be some satire in here.
Yeah, let's read
Thank-
these bad boys out.
Guaranteed satire.
Or you just like pick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, just like pick one.
Thanks, Uncle Rab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
pick
do it
random.
the fairest way.
There's-
We'll just do this. We'll
And there was a few in there, guys, that we didn't do. Just
Right, go.
so
Sorry,
we
boys, pick one.
had a wee mix
Eve,
of them,
pick one.
and they're from our loyal listeners. But we do love you, but we didn't.
That's what I just got before.
Didn't-
Is it actually? Sorry.
Should we
There
take
you
one
go,
more?
Sophie.
Yes.
Or
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
we'll
I-
just take. Oh, right. Okay.
Just-
yeah, whatever. Spread them amongst us. I'll do a wee one. Cool. Sam, you go first.
So, the first question I've got is, do you sing in the shower? And if so, what is your go-to song?
Oh, that's a good one.
Do I need to answer it?
I mean,
Yeah.
all of you answer. All of you
I
answer.
really like...
That's a belter of a question.
I was like, wait.
Oh, this one.
Nice, okay. Okay, so yeah, I sing in the shower sometimes.
All the
Do you
time.
guys sing in the shower?
All the time.
Yeah, I like to sing.
My mum tells me to shut up.
I like to sing Aretha Franklin songs at the top of my lungs in the shower. It's my
Nice.
favourite thing to do.
That's quite sweet, Sam.
Yeah,
That is
thanks.
sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody else could.
I'll keep this. I'll
What
keep this
songs
one.
do you sing in the shower?
Yeah.
What songs do I
Rob's
sing?
like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Moving
it
on.
goes. No, genuinely, it goes like from one end of the spectrum to the other. Like I can sing some like death metal shit to then like maybe singing.
Can you give us some of that?
like
right
pop?
now?
Yeah.
Absolutely
I
not.
don't actually know what that is.
Absolutely
Can you give us an
No.
explanation?
No,
A
you
demonstration?
can Google it. Yeah, it's from like Yeah, end up singing some like Ariana Grande or something. Oh,
Fair.
Keep that to yourself.
I
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
Do you?
I love it. Dua Lipa's my favourite.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah,
Did you
absolutely.
know that?
Nah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little bit of a gift.
I don't know.
Oh, bro.
I'm joking.
Well, Sam, you're out of the band. Goodbye. Right, do you want me to ask this one? This is a dark one.
Oh.
What do you sing, Sharon?
Do you not want to share with us
No,
what you sing in the
right-
shower, Eve?
Right
What
now,
do you sing in the shower, Eve?
right now I'm singing songs by Chapel Roan.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Who?
Chapel Roan, she's got this one called Feminine Nomenon, and it's
Right.
it's pure like girl pop, like it's a feminine nomenon. I'm in that shower like yes.
Cool.
Either that or just like I don't know, literally anything else.
Yeah.
It's quite like Billy Idol.
Billy Idol?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I listen to Billy
Oh,
Idol.
that's it.
Billy Idol's sick.
Yeah.
That or 60s music. So go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a bit of 60s.
Aye, bit of the monkeys.
I feel like in the shower as well, you just sound so good. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like I think I sound amazing
Yeah.
in the shower.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I leave the bathroom and I'm like,
Who's
I know, pretty awful. Anyway, moving
What have
on.
you got,
Yeah, this is a dark one.
Oh no.
You ready?
girl?
Oh no.
What happens when we die?
Oh, shut up. Who asked
No,
that?
sorry, actually. What happens to us when we die?
Well, if you listen to Wake Up,
That ties into the EP. Listen to Wake Up, you'll find out.
yeah, leave it at
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
I
think
wanna know what happens to you.
I think your consciousness is like what people refer to as your spirit. I think that gets released in
Yeah.
as energy and like helps facilitate, atomic levels of the universe.
Do you think so?
Did you know he was a hippie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite like hippies to say. Yeah. See, I
I did my time smoking pot.
I think like you do go. I believe in the after. Like I'd like to believe in the afterlife. I'd like to believe that like you turn into something else. Like I don't know, like an animal or something, or
Well,
like
what
a
if it's like a
snail.
really
snail.
boring, really sediment, like a
But it's still
sloth or
life, isn't
something?
it?
What?
Life
Ah,
is
it's
still
still
life.
life.
Yeah.
A dream. That'd be a dream.
Ah, true. if
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah,
sloth.
dream.
turn into,
Ooh,
like
so.
turn into something that just does nothing.
Hmm.
Great.
Fair.
Was it like a tortoise or a turtle that was like 150 years old?
Yeah.
Something like
No
that?
stresses.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, you would, because like, see if you're a turtle, it's like when you're
Birds.
born, you have to like escape the beach to get to the water.
I know. I was
It's
just
like
watching a
there's so many-
documentary on that.
Yeah, they died.
Birds
Somebody
came.
died.
Like,
Yeah. Terrifying.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's quite.
Yeah. I think nothing happens when you die. I think you die and that's it.
You just
Hell,
die.
Something quite nice about
This
that.
bit is dead.
Sorry guys, it's a bit
Hell.
morbid. It's a bit morbid. It's
Yeah.
quite sad.
Well, whoever
But, like, it's-
submitted this is your fault.
Yeah.
This is
I
your
think there's
fault.
something nice though about being like that's it.
Do you think
That's-
so?
I think what? You die and
I
that's
just think
it?
you die and
You
that's
just
it. I think that's
Oh,
quite nice.
You are boring.
Yeah, like,
I think
You
that's what
are.
happens.
do you not
No.
want to believe that there's something?
Not
more?
particularly,
Do
no,
you not
that's
think,
too
do you not
long.
think that all that energy that runs through your body gets released into the world to help facilitate the growth of your environment?
No. Then you die and then you're like, oh,
Your deeds
what
are
a day. And then
When I
that's
die, I
it.
just want to be burned
heard-
in a
have you heard that
landfill, just
thing?
not
It's like-
contribute to anything.
That's
So that
what?
was so
He
disturbing.
just expects that when he dies, he's going to get chucked in a landfill.
Yeah,
Dying. That's it.
that was disturbing, and that's why I kind of took a little step back once I'd said it.
I'd probably
Yeah,
get
shut
cremated or something.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
get married.
No.
No, why?
Because what if you're like, and then you're stuck.
You did.
Like,
Worst
you're-
things have happened.
Are you talking about like in the coffin, like you wake back up and you're like, oh shit, they did it to like slightly too
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still getting another weekend, mate. I don't actually want to be
like when you die, it's like your brain relives your entire life in like 7 minutes.
Because it releases the chemicals that's the
Yeah.
same as like, what is it, like MDMA or something like that?
Yeah,
DMT.
DMT.
DMT, yeah.
That's mental.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Living your
This
entire
podcast
that
has
You don't know
got
we're
quite
living
a-
our life right now and we're all dead.
Don't, because I'll probably go home and overthink that.
Let's move on before it gets too dark.
Yeah. Eve, what's your question?
Yeah, next. That's too intense.
I know.
If you could open a show for any artist, who would it be?
Oh.
Radiohead. Sorry.
Radiohead.
That's what I like. I love Radiohead so much.
Yeah. I don't know. An artist I've really gone back to like recently is Bill and Sebastian, but our music isn't really similar to them at all. But I just
can
really
see
love them.
Yeah, I could see that.
Who as a band would be really a really good opener for it though?
It's so cliche, but I think like Wolf Alice is a huge inspiration.
Wolf Alice
But
would be
also
Wolf
like
Alice.
Always, and I saw them in St Luke's and they had very limited stage presence, and I was like, oh my god, that's me.
Yeah.
So like we'd go up there and give them nothing, and then they'd go up and also give them nothing, and it'd be like that's what they're trying to do.
I see them in Benny Kazim as well, and they were pretty static.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't like jumping around the stage being mental. Like
No.
the guitarist there was, but like
The singer,
they were all pretty static.
She just like sat on the floor and fiddled with her pedals with a mic for a full song. I thought, I
Yeah.
respect that. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything on
Yeah.
the stage.
I think you've got a nice stage presence though. Like it's just nice.
It's peaceful.
And, like,
Yeah, it matches
yeah.
their music.
it's nice. Yeah, exactly. It goes.
Yeah.
Like,
Them or Dive. That's
Yeah.
another one.
Dive.
Yeah.
yeah.
Big fan.
What about you, Sam?
Radiohead.
Radiohead.
All day,
Yeah.
every day. I love them. They're such.
Think we'd fit their bill?
So.
Yeah, so.
I suppose in a morbid way we would.
Yeah. If we started talking about death as much as we did for the last
I'm like, join the band actually.
Sorry.
No, actually. I know.
I'm so
The person who asked this question is going to be sitting creasing.
We need to block them actually. No more questions from you.
Honestly.
right.
You just what has been the hardest part about making the EP?
Honestly, getting everyone in the room at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we all get on well, like although we have different influences, like musically, we don't argue about it. Like it would be weird if you never disagreed about something in
I
a
think
band.
we would disagree if the music sucked, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, so it's easy. See when the songs. See when you're given a template that's
Let
all
everyone-
really good. No, genuinely, like, see if you're given like a template that's really good, like it's hard to argue with it. There's nothing you can argue about. You know what I mean? Like you're given, you know.
I mean, we've
banger.
had some arguments about it, like, or
Like what?
disagreements about how we want like this new song
I
to
love
sound.
how
Yeah,
you
let's
changed
bring this
that.
back
Yeah,
up.
let's
Yeah,
the
let's
pot,
settle this on
guys.
air.
spill the tea.
No, I'm just being like, if we're writing songs out, like, it's not even anything in particular. Just be like, oh, I want it to sound like this, or like I prefer that
Yeah, I
section.
suppose
That's
like
normal.
yeah, it's going in like what direction we want to put
Yeah,
it in, but I think
but-
the final outcome always sounds really good.
Yeah,
and it's
but
hard to argue
because
with.
Like a part of it.
we don't fall out about things like that, so that's never been a difficult part of making the EP. Because although like if we do have disagreements, it's never like an argument per se. So the hardest
Yeah.
part has literally been getting like the time, because we all have such different schedules.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess it's bound to happen as well. You're gonna like disagree with different like things or be busy at different times and stuff. You just it's
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like
Like,
exactly.
when we're
Yeah.
trying to pick a gig, like see whether or not to do a gig, it's like
Oh yeah, if we don't get asked like really far in advance, it's almost always a no-go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair if you've got other
Yeah.
working and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to make time. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you work 9 to 5. I'm now working 9 to 5, and some days at the weekend. And he's
Yeah.
always working. He's got uni as well, so it's like.
Yeah.
And 4
same
bands.
with Angus.
And then
Angus as
4
well.
bands, yeah, that
And
is a
4
job
bands.
and it's a
Yeah.
whole thing on itself. Yeah.
Yeah, Angus with 2 bands and a job
Yeah.
as well, so we all kind of need to just
Yeah.
like, if we've got it in advance, we can all just take that day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think his work it really good. So.
Thanks.
Rob's like, I know.
It looks good from the outside.
we are good.
It does. Is there any more questions?
Yeah, me and Sam have got
Yeah,
one.
sure.
Have you
Oh.
had one?
I only had one.
Oh, did you?
How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
That's a layered question.
That is a very layered question. That's like what I would maybe do an essay on like,
Yeah.
in college and
I
that.
think I did do an essay.
I'm pretty sure I also did
Yeah.
an essay in college. But
I'll let you handle that one then.
yeah, like streaming's really fucked money for like
Yeah.
musical groups and stuff.
It's been good for exposure, but really bad for pain.
Yeah, like
Really bad.
getting the money in your pocket's like the hardest thing to
Yeah.
do in music. now.
Spotify just absolutely ripping it out of all these artists. What was it like Taylor Swift? Was it she had like what 5 million plays or something, and they made like $5 grand, something like that.
Is that right?
Or 50 million or something like that. It was somewhere like that, and she barely made a done, you know.
Oh really?
£5 quite a done.
No,
I'd take
for us-
5G.
for us peasants, yeah, but like for Taylor Swift, you know, you're getting like 15
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Off of a song that like
Yeah, and then you're only getting like 5k
consumed
off it,
them.
or $500 or whatever it was. I can't
Whatever it
remember,
is.
but it's like 0.006 pence per
Yeah, it's
stream or
nothing.
something. It's garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the internet and also like
Social media's been good.
It's good for
Social
exposure
media
in that
suits.
way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
get you like out
Yeah.
there and getting stuff
But I
like
think
that.
like when you're starting to play music and you're looking through the internet at all these people who are like, there's like a 7-year-old who can shred
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Really
It
puts you
can
down.
sometimes be real
Yeah.
disheartening. But, like,
Yeah. But
Well,
I
I
think it's become more. It's more now because I think back in the day, like way back in like the 60s and stuff, you could just chuck a demo tape and be like, "That's our music," and you know you'd be good for it. But it's like now you've got to have your full appearance.
your
You've got to have.
EPK,
You need to have
Yeah,
brands,
gotta
which we
have
don't really
brands.
do.
you gotta have
Yeah.
a TikTok.
You've got to look the part.
Yeah.
You've got to sound the part. All your stuff's got to be to the best quality, and it has made life difficult with the internet, I think. But it's also really good for younger bands that want to start up and make a name for themselves because it's
Yeah.
easier to do that now rather
Yeah.
than submitting like a CD that you had to do in the old days.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you had to like
Yeah, you
go
had to
around
send-
with like your to try
Yeah,
and get.
you would just go
Oh,
onto the
yeah,
street
yeah,
and
of
hand out
course.
CDs,
Right,
sell
right.
them for like
I didn't know
$5.
what you were saying. I thought you were saying to try and get into a band. You need
No,
to have
no,
a
no,
CD.
no,
I was like, I don't
no,
know.
no.
Is it that hard?
To hand out your band CD or like
Oh,
your you know if you made
Yeah.
an album in your bedroom, you'd go around and you'd dish them out for like
I'm with you.
£2 or something, you know. Briscoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a
There
question
Anyway.
here. I think I might know somebody that asked this, but it says, "Is Sam wearing his Slipknot t-shirt?" Shout out to Frank's
Yes.
house.
Yeah, big Frank's house reference
Yeah.
there. I'm not
He's
wearing my
not-
Slipknot
yeah.
t-shirt,
What are you wearing?
unfortunately. I'm wearing my Kappa t-shirt.
Kappa.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I remember I got bullied for wearing Kappa in school.
Yeah,
I'm wearing
like a
Kappa
Kappa
socks right
trackie.
now.
Is that like the whole?
Oh.
That was a thing.
No, you'd wear Kappa shoes and you get bullied in school for
Right.
it. Yeah, it was really
Ah,
bad.
it's just a wee. I think I
I only
stole
wear
this off
Kappa
my little
socks.
sister.
Did
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So what is the whole reference to like the? Yeah, what is that reference?
Oh yeah,
to
so
Slipknot t-shirt?
like in Frank's house, it was just a song that myself, Jamie, Joe, and
Yeah.
Finlay and yourself
Yeah.
were jamming on
In the old
in
flat.
Joe's old flat,
Ah.
in the old flat, yeah. And yeah, we just started like I was happened to be wearing a Slipknot t-shirt
Yeah.
the day Jamie went, "You've got a Slipknot t-shirt," and like
Ah.
to
And you
continue
And we
along
tried
with
to
the
make the
lyrics.
most reggae tune.
Yeah.
Because we had like,
It was
the bongos out and stuff.
Yeah, we tried to make the most blanket, like silly reggae
Yeah.
tune
Yeah.
we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when you say Joe's old flat, are you talking about where you lived as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also we all
Where
lived
me,
there,
Joe,
yeah.
Finlay, and Sophie all
I was
yeah.
like, I feel like there's an easier way to say that. Like,
Yeah.
your old flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Because
That is
when
cool.
I seen the
Yeah.
question, I was like,
Yeah.
The song's
No,
got a good backstory.
It was really. It sounds really good now as well. 'Cause it's been
Oh my
put,
God.
It's
Yeah.
been put together by the whole band. But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
when we were doing it, we were sitting. It was like one guitar, Jamie rapping, and somebody was playing the bongos, and somebody was playing like the snare, and that was weird, man. It sounded,
That's
but it was
cool.
cool. It was a good track.
Yeah.
Good track.
Yeah.
It's really catchy.
Nah, it's so catchy.
Super catchy.
We had their recording last night.
Oh
For
yeah,
Frank's
the new
house
one.
sounded really good.
yeah,
We
Frank's
we
house.
just
You
did
guys
that
should check
downstairs.
out Frank's
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
It's like
recorded
our-
in Tommy in the Loud and Proud Studios.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
with Jamie McGraw.
Just downstairs.
Downstairs.
That's
Yeah,
like-
literally. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like
sounds
so similar
amazing.
to where we recorded ours.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's the same place. Just different engineer.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing them again. They played in the bungalow. I'm talking as if like Sam's not here. Sam is also in that band.
So is
yeah,
Robert.
Yeah, and yeah, you were both are. Yeah, you weren't on this. You
I
weren't.
wasn't. No, it's because of work.
Oh, fair.
It was a
fair.
work-related thing.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, there's quite a few of you in. There's like 9.
9 of us in Frank's.
9. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, there's like nine of them in the band, and it's like it was really cool. It's like very
It's good,
different.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys should check
Yeah,
out
it's like
Frank's
a
house.
hip hop soul collective.
Yeah, I feel like I
I
was
like that
smiling the
stuff.
whole way through your set.
You're what?
Like smiling the whole way through it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like there's
so
something
upbeat.
so fun about it.
Yeah. That's the whole idea though.
Yeah, it was really, like, you see some bands and you're like, oh, that was great, but then like you're just kind of like watching it. But I was pure like, yeah,
This is
Yeah.
fun.
smiling.
Well,
Oh,
shout
it
out
was
for
really fun.
Stuart for covering me on that game.
Yeah, what did you?
Yeah.
Stuart said.
He
Yeah, he was
had 2 weeks or something to learn the whole song.
Oh, wow.
Legend.
You couldn't tell like he was.
No, he nailed it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
nailed it.
Man, what a guy.
No,
Is there any more
that's-
questions?
Nah, I think we're all questioned out.
Woohoo.
Excuse me, sorry guys.
Less up.
Yeah, no, I think we're all questioned out. We got them all. One thing I did want to catch on before I let you go was the artwork for like your EP. And
Yeah.
so I just like you've got like a campaign going for that. So I just want to like because I've been seeing lots of posters and things like that about.
Yeah, so that's Zoe Harkins who's been doing the art for the EP. They've done this whole campaign, which has been amazing because it's something that I think we kind of struggle with. You know, I did marketing at uni and I never applied to our own bands, but it's been so good to have somebody there who's like providing all this artwork, like illustration, video and stuff to push it. So yeah, it's Zoe who's been doing all of that, and it's good because it
just
kind
gives
of
us stuff to like, and also like see having stuff to post online and stuff like that. You've got to always keep it like.
and we're awful for doing that.
Like,
We're so
Back to
bad
that
at
question about has the internet helped?
Yeah.
Well,
we're so bad with it.
made it difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, big up Zoe.
No,
like,
yeah.
honestly.
That is a song.
Yeah.
It's great, and
We've
it's
got some cool photos hopefully coming soon. Some like
Yeah.
the masks.
Oh yeah. So like we're working with Zoe on like other things to come as well, which should be out
Yeah.
not
It's got
too long
full
after the EP.
Full plan
They do have a full
set
plan,
out for
yeah.
the release.
Yeah, and it's cool because there's like the major thing is a series of 3 posters that promote the launch of the EP. Not the gig, but the EP itself, which they ended up being on the same day, like the EP launch gig and the EP. But the posters, it's like 3 paintings that Zoe did, and it incorporates all of our features. So there's some that have like my mouth and it's like screaming, and that's from a photo that we took when we were doing, actually the photo of me taken in the bungalow. But it's got all of our features and stuff, so it's really cool.
That's sick. No, that is, it's exciting as well to have somebody else like on board. And yeah, because I've seen like
Definitely.
posters like quite about and stuff. I did want to ask though, you put posters on the bins. Yeah, and I was like,
Doity.
yeah, no,
That wasn't us. No, I'm going to say somebody sprayed the posters of spray adhesive and put them up, and put them all over Paisley and Glasgow.
Mystery to us and
We-
our
it was-
Some
staff.
masked assailant.
Yeah, we've got a huge fan who printed these out and
Yeah.
put them all over
They
Paisley and Glasgow.
leaked our art.
They leaked it.
Yeah.
They promoted it everywhere, and then they get taken down. But there are still some of the first ones up. That's the blue ones, and then the other
I seen
night.
the purple one that was up just
Yeah,
down by
oh.
the station.
The other night, another secret person went and put them up, but they used double-sided sticky tape this time, and it
Nice.
didn't
Which
work.
one was more effective, by the
So
way, for
the-
someone who might be planning to?
For someone who's
Yeah.
thinking about putting posters up, we have
Illegally.
found from our secret poster put upper that the double-sided sticky tape's not good. It gets ripped off so easily.
Yeah.
Adhesive
So-
spray, is it?
Yeah,
adhesive
so
spray.
they'll be using the adhesive spray the next time.
So
Actually, I've
anybody-
heard- I've heard through the
anybody that wants
grapevine.
to do that.
Yeah, I've heard through the grapevine that they're actually thinking of using wallpaper paste to put the last ones
Really?
up so they stay for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you
There
know,
you
it's-
go, guys. The more you know, the more you
The more you
know.
know.
So please do keep an eye out for the posters.
For that mask to see.
for that, yeah.
Yeah.
And let
Whoever
phone the
you are.
police.
If you see this, the secret person putting them up.
Yeah.
Give
Just
them
go
a
and say
good-
hi. I'm sure they'll love it.
I'm not sure about
No.
Well,
Maybe don't say
so where can the lovely listeners find you on social media, on Spotify?
On Instagram and Spotify and
Facebook.
and
And
Maybe
Not
one day
Twitter.
we'll use
I can't
TikTok.
Twitter.
Nah, we don't use Twitter.
we do
TikTok's-
have a TikTok. but
We do
don't
have a
use it.
TikTok, but it's a bit embarrassing.
still go
so-
follow our TikTok.
Yeah, it's a bit
Yeah,
cringe.
it's cringe. It's
Yeah.
at Bittersweet the band, and it's bitter, like normal how you'd spell bitter, and then sweet is SUITE.
One word.
All one word.
Is there an underscore?
Bittersweet
Just
No.
the band.
Bittersweet the band. Yeah,
Bittersweet
thanks.
Yeah.
Sam.
There you go. Do
Yeah.
not forget to go check out Bittersweet, and remember their EP is out on the 8th of March.
Yes, sir.
And
Come to
thank
the
you.
gig.
Come to the
Yes,
gig at the
please do.
bungalow.
Yeah,
The
bungalow.
Nice.
Well, thank you guys again for coming on. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you for
Thank
having us.
you.
Anytime.
It's been great. Thank you. And thank you guys again for watching and listening. And please do go check me out on Spotify, YouTube, and you'll find me on Instagram at Soundcheck with Soph. Thank you.